Hello. Okay. What's going on, y'all? This is the number one grinder real talk. The Lord's True is the number one grinder. This gonna be this men's talk gonna be something. Gonna bring up some things that we have to speak on it. That we have to speak on it. And it's very dear to me. And so shout out to She Stay Sleep TV. Shout out to you. You know, so what I'll do, I'm gonna hit you up with this intro, man. Men, men, time to build, man. Time to own up, man. Time to build. Time to own up our mistakes. And whatever mistakes we made, gotta clean it up. Be responsible for it. I'll be back. Hello, hello, hello. Okay. Good evening, good afternoon. Welcome to my secondary channel, number one grinder real talk. Yours truly, the number one grinder. Let me read this out. Just remember us as the righteous ones. We are still winners. Remember that we are still winners. Let's see. No, if y'all can hear me, press one. If y'all can hear me, please press one. If y'all can hear me, please press one. Anybody can hear me, press one. If y'all can hear me, press one. Thank you, brother Chief. Stay sleep, TV. I'm most likely if you want, I'm gonna send the link to your text. I'm glad that you here. You did a powerful live stream as always, but this one that we got to talk about Roe vs. Wade. We got to talk about it, and I'm going to echo some of it what Brother She Stay Sleep is talking about. That us as men, we got to be accountable of what we doing. Be accountable. When I was in the brother's chat, I was thinking about the lessons that my late parents has taught me, especially on my late father. I'll let you know on the Underated Doctors channel that I will be getting fixed soon. That stand up being a man. Stand up being a man doesn't mean you hold your own nuts. Stand up being a man is have family. If you already have a family, you know what you got to do. If not, just don't engage. Put a hat on. That's it. You know, and it touched me in a way as a brother would be 56 in a few weeks. Come find out. I realize how this year is really going fast. That us as men, we dropped the ball, especially us as black men, and even like men in my age group has not give the younger brothers tools to succeed. And that's why for me, I fight. I fight for our men. I fight for our people. We can go and say about the women. Yeah, some women do some effed up things. Yeah, yeah, but we us as men, we got to make better choices. We got to make better choices. Better, of women. But it's got to start from us internally. And I do want to engage in these conversations. I really do. So I'm gonna pay homage to Brother She Stay Sleep. Thank you. There's gonna be some people gonna take a certain way. Oh, she stay sleep is young. He don't know what he talking about. He's a father, right? He has a family, right? I don't see nothing wrong with it. You know what I mean? Wherever God had puts in the path and learn, that's what we should do. Learn from it. Shouldn't be no age. I don't want to get off the subject, but I just want to say that. And so to go by what Brother She Stay Sleep is saying that it's this that are we if we know that these women is deliberately don't want to abort our kids, are we willing to go and take on it? Are we willing to do that no matter if you're young or old? Now, despite I don't have no kids, but I am I'm a father, lost my son um 13 years ago, and but I always preach about us as men to establish families. It's very important to establish families, to establish continuity in our families, especially our young boys. Girls too, but it's very important. So brothers like me that lives alone, we got to talk about this too. We have to we have to press this, and the ones that just want to pump and dump, that don't want to have responsibility, they shouldn't be part of these conversations. I got LCN. I got you. I'm gonna hit you up in a few seconds. So brothers like me that preach about families, they don't want us to be part. They don't want us to talk about it, but we have to, brother. She is a father. I don't know, Bronxburg, you're a father. I don't know, but if you are, no matter what it is, we always should preach about families. We always supposed to, let the we gotta have, like I said, we gotta have these conversations, y'all. We gotta have these conversations, and to understand that it takes each and every one of us to know that we make mistakes as men. Because just like She Stay Sleep was saying this about on his on his live, I want you to go check it out. It's very powerful. I even know men that did not want kids that actually paid for abortion, that paid for it. Hmm. I'm gonna tell you a story. I'm gonna tell you a story. This is a true life story, y'all. This is the first. I never said this on my Underrated Darkness channel, but it's hard. It's hard, but there's one thing about me. I'm gonna use myself to help others. So back in Brooklyn, New York, I was born and raised in. Right, I was with this young lady, not the ex. Now I ain't talking about the ex. I'm talking about years before that. Yeah, even before I got married, even when I got married, it was this young lady I dealt with, right? And trying to find out she went to service and everything went away, boom, boom, like that. And we was together, I said about almost about a little over a year that she went away, and then we grew apart and stuff like that. And 2 years ago, I was still, knew the family. I still knew the family. So throughout the years, the cousin always keep in contact with me. Good. I'm not gonna say his name, but he's a good brother. Always make sure I'm finding everything. He's one of the few that knew my family. You know what I'm saying? So, my late mother, my late father, he always said that's his second mother, second father. You know what I'm saying? And my brothers and sisters always consider them that, they never really hung out with them, but he was also, but really, he was very close to my second oldest brother, I mean, my youngest brother. You know, I just want to give you the history on this so you can understand that. And also, that I tell you the times that I was in special ed, we was in special ed together. Matter of fact, the three different schools I was in. That I'm going to talk about that in the near future. When he called me, I believe 2020. And he say, hey, what's up, brother JT? What's going on, homie, man? I love you, and because his kids is my god kids, so put it out there. And then one of the god kids said, on Godfather, are you sitting down? And I remember at the time I was getting ready, because that's when we got the stimulus check. So I was getting things for the house and everything. I was getting ready, so you say, hey, I think you should listen to your godson. You need to sit down. So I said, nah. I said, well, what happened? Because his father caught a heart attack. No, no, he's fine. He's fine. And the matter, he was at the house. He said, my son, you need to sit down. I'm gonna cut off the camera because he said, I know you remember that you had dealings, with my cousin. I said, yeah, yeah. How's she doing? She doing fine. And she got on the phone, how you doing and stuff like that. Now throughout the year she was married and she got a divorce and everything. And she said, you doing all right? So I'm doing fine and everything. And I did something to you that I'm gonna regret for the rest of my life. And I know you remember we always talk about having kids and stuff. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I remember she did have a child that passed away on birth and everything. That's like years ago. I said, yeah, I remember that and everything. She said, she said, nah, I'm not talking about that. Give me a few seconds. And that's why I always say that, fathers, men fight for your kids, man. All right, thank you, Big Rooster. You're gonna hear it first from here, and I hope she stays sleep still here. And she said, "I kill your child." What? So I kill your child. And it's back in 91 because no, pardon me, it was 90. It was 90 because 91 that's when she went into service. Okay, that hit me because at that time I want to be a father. No, and along the way, she told me that. So why you didn't tell me this? She said was no need to. See, I want you to go back to listen. Brother, she stay asleep. Um, live what he did. Because us as black men, we kill our own kids. We had paid women not have kids instead of just, if you don't want it, just give it to us. Just give it to me. And I thought, like before the time, I tell you the story about I lost my son back in 2009, and with the accent and stuff like that. I know you heard the story. 12 hours heard the story, and but to find out this is 2020, you know, it does something to you when you don't have the option. And it's been over 30 years. Matter of fact, 29 years. No, about 30 years, yeah. Because she said it happened in 90. So that's why I gotta do more now. And brother LCN, you unmute your mic. You can unmute your mic, but I want to say one last thing. And man, we got to do better to take care of our kids, man. We got to take care of our kids. Roe v. Wade versus Wade, and they overturn abortion and stuff. So we got to do better, and I suffered twice, and that's the feeling that I don't want no other man or woman to do. And that's what I said, brothers, man. Fight for your kids, man. Fight for your kids. If she don't want to take them, do whatever you can. Be ready for it. Just as brother She Stay Sleep said, be ready for it. Because I didn't get a chance. Brother LC, go ahead.
Yo,
And
salute.
salute to everybody in the chat. Salute to everybody in the chat. Thank you for y'all to come.
Thank you for even having me on your channel for the most part, and that was a very pivotal story. And if you don't mind me asking, you have to answer the question. Do you know what happened to that woman now? Do you know where she is? And
well, like I said, like the cousin, we went to school together, so we know each other. We was very young, you know what I'm saying? The wars and stuff, and stuff like that. So I knew the family.
no, I was just asking, like, do you know where she is now, that lady, or do you know what happened?
I don't know. I don't know where she at. I don't know.
Bro, that's a crazy thing, man. That's a very crazy thing because, like, I'm not gonna lie, like, do you know who New Breed is? New Breed to the world over?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was talking just about something about the Roe versus Wade thing going on, and about the whole abortion thing. And it's like, man, that's, bro, I'm not even trying to wish that on anyone, but bro, that ain't no joke, bro. That's sad. And a lot of women
Yeah.
taking that for a joke is like, you're gonna have to answer to the Most High for that. Like, honestly, you doing that, like, the excuses you use towards
Yeah.
men cannot be used to the Most High. So
Yeah,
it's like,
right. But this is the thing about it. And I get what you're saying, but this is the thing that us as brothers, this us as men, we got to make better choices on women. And I'm saying that if you do not want to have that child, You got to take the necessary steps to wrap up.
most definitely. And
You got to do that. You got to do that. You know what I'm saying? That's what was taught to me and my late parents.
that's facts. I
My
understand that
my
wholeheartedly.
mom, let me tell you, I ain't gonna cut you. I'm
No
gonna get
worries.
you on Big Polo. My mom, I'm talking my mother's side of my late mother's side of the family and my late father's side. I'm talking about women. You got to be careful with some of these women because they do not have the best of your interests.
That's true, most definitely.
And I listened to that, and it saved me a lot. I'm not saying I didn't make mistakes here and there. I did. I did. Trust me, I did. But I'm talking about the most fatal. Nah.
Yeah. And like the thing is too, number one, grind in the beginning you were talking about responsibility. This is how you know the convo you're having right now is heaven sent, and it's the most I orchestrated it. Last night it was raining, and I was walking. I was just walking, and I love to walk in the rain because when it's like when I view rain, rain is like represents the Most High cleansing the earth and just cleansing everything around me. So as I was just walking, I had this revelation to myself like, yo, what am I doing with my life? You know, and it was one of those things where I said to myself like, I'm not doing enough for myself. It was one of those things where I said to myself, and I was even talking to God at the same time. It's like, yo, my parents are getting older. There's going to be a time where they're not be able to do certain things. So what am I doing to prepare myself and to make sure that they're straight and everyone and my family straight? And it's just one of those things where it's like it was just this lightning strike of yo. And I even put this in like your group in your live in the chat. We are talking about the holy trinity of manhood is discipline, responsibility, and accountability. If you don't have those things, you can't call yourself a man. And it like it's so true what you're saying about how we have to be more responsible and focused because last night, like I said, this is how you know this is heaven sent. I was having that revelation last night, just walking and thinking to myself, just looking around me and about how it's like being comfortable and not getting things done, being lackadaisical, procrastinating, like that has to end, like that has to stop because, like you said, time is going by. Time is going fast. Like before you know it, it's a new day. It's a new day. It's a new day. And it's like you have to ask yourself within the time that you have, what did you make? What did you create? What legacy are you creating? What money are you making? Are you making your life better for yourself and others? Are you looking out for other people? Are you trying to build something? Are you trying to create a business? Like what are you doing? You know what I mean? Like life is it only about just games. Yeah, life is fun, it's enjoyable, but there's a time to be serious and put the foot down and actually get things done because we're only getting older. And all praise is the fact that I'm learning this at 21. And it's one of those things where I kind of had this idea in my head when I was like in 19, 18, 17, and 16, but I really didn't take it seriously. But to know I'm having this mindset at 21, where a lot of guys unfortunately learn this in their 40s and 50s, the revelation I have about wasting time. They waste all their years until they're in their 40s and 50s and they realize, yo, I got to figure things out now and get it over with. But at this point in time, I'm so thankful to know that at the age of 21, I'm realizing this so I could put myself ahead of the game, and really focus on ourselves and really build ourselves and really become the men that we're supposed to be. Because as much as we love to talk about, like you said, I'm grind about these women, let's just face it, even though black women be on some ish sometimes, it's the one thing I can respect about the black women is that they're very ambitious. They know what they want in life and they're executing it with or without us. And as black men, we need to get ourselves, put our figure what's important to us and really get our shit together because the black man is not respected in the community, in the black community, and anywhere right now. And it's time for us to really take back that that title of being respected and working ourselves and really finding ourselves and become the men that we're supposed to be and not slacking off because time is of the essence. You can make money back, but you can't get your time back.
Thank you. Yeah. Brother Paulo, you gonna mute the mic. Say what you have to say, please. Welcome to the Underrated Men's Talk.
What's going on, Grinda? How you doing, man?
And I'm here, brother. I'm here. I'm here.
And salute to you, LCM, man. I never met you before, but
Salute,
salute
bro.
to you.
Salute.
What
Yeah.
what what we cooking on, man?
Wow. I was talking about the experience, and then we were talking about Roe versus Wade, and the way how it is. They trying to talk about abortion that is trying to make it not being there anymore. And this is just I'm talking about this too. Just again, I pay homage to Brother Sheep Stay Sleep TV. I want you to go check out that live, please. Check out that live. And he put out the question out there, and it's a legit question. If these women do not want to have kids, are you willing to step up and take the child? If she don't want to have the child, I'm talking about some women. Are you willing to step up and take the child instead of just pay the fees for the abort your child? And I know this is a sensitive matter. I know it is. I can't imagine. But I'm saying us as men, we got a better job taking care of our kids, man. And the ones that are trying, like me, man, brother LC, and he heard the story, but I find out something that should have been known back in 1990. And all I'm saying, brothers, we can blame women. I get it. We can blame women. Women on some shit. I get it. No doubt about it. But we got to do a better job taking care of our kids, man. And then the ones that fathers that are stepping up and taking care of kids do impossible times. We got to salute them too. We got to salute them too. Raising their kids, no matter if they have a son, no matter if we have a daughter. We gotta talk about families. Like Brother Polo, he's married and he has, and he has kids. So we gotta salute that. It's not easy. We gotta salute that. Oh, he do. He have a son. He's there. We got to salute that. We cannot salute the no fuckery. We cannot salute to the men that they figure that they child is their money, and they're gonna give these women money, give the women the money to kill their child. We have to make the right decisions. Like the old people said, we always think below our pants instead of above our pants. We got to make better choices, y'all. And on the men's talk and everything, it's gonna be some don't want to hear it, but they gotta hear it. Men in my age group, y'all gotta step up, man. You gotta stop acting like you 30, 31. You gotta sit down and listen. What the things I did, I don't want you to follow what I did. I wanted them to do better. I want you to have families. And what are we doing? We just genocide our own selves. Of anything that I explained what happened to me back in 2020. And this is the very first time I had brought it up. That gave me much more zeal now to fight for families. The fight for the mothers to be there for the kids, and I know it's the men's talk, and especially the men be there for the kids, and the ones who's not willing, they got to go. No more conversation, no more excuses, because I know there are men out here. They wish many days they could have children and they can't. And it's hurting them. There are some like me that lost a child, but they get back up and they still being uncles, they still being cousins, they still being godfathers. And I'm not leaving them out, no. Well, us as man, we gotta make better choices, man. We gotta hold each other accountable, man. Because this gotta stop, man. It gotta stop. We know this government don't really care about us. We know. We have the evidence in the past, how they treat us. And we still, even the past scholars have told us what they're going to do, and we still don't want to listen. And I'm dealing as men now. The ones that met on YouTube, even offline, they are great fathers, man. They are great fathers. And then when you become a great father, they are teaching our community. You got Brother Go Professor. You got Big Duke. You got Brother Sheep. I believe Brother Big Rooster. You got others. These are the ones that we need to praise. But nah, we want to follow fuck boys. Excuse my language. I pray over it later on. We want to be around fuck. We want to be around fuck boys. We want to be around ones that will pump it down. We want to be around ones that wants to that hey, I don't have to do it. It's not that child's my problem. Ain't my problem. And I say it again. And again, shout out to Chief Stacy. Are we willing to take these children, take our son or daughter, that if some women do not want it? So I know it's because somebody had asked me earlier, oh, yo, what's the topic going to be? No, you just come and build. Just come and build. So any of y'all want to add on to it, please?
Man, you're right about that. You're right about that. Like everything you said is true. Like yeah, like everything you said, you hit the nail on the head, man. Like there's like to really add on to that, it's like it's vital. It's vital because if we really don't get our shit together, like we'll literally go extinct. Like I'm telling you right now, worst case scenario, let's say we don't get our shit together, it's gonna get to a point in time where a black person is going to be of something fossilized. You know how you'll have those pictures where someone says, "Oh, this here is a something tiger that was extinct 30 years ago." There's gonna be a time like that if we as black people don't get our shit together. There's only gonna be old pictures of us, and the only people on this earth that will be but like the Asian people, white people, and Indian people, and many other races except for black people. Like we have to really, really get our shit together because this shit ain't no game. You know what I mean? While we're here fooling around, other races out here trying to change the currency, or trying to change laws, or trying to create a different world in the future. You know what I mean? Like they're really out here trying to do a lot of things, and as black men, if we don't get ahead with the times and really focus and build and do what we're supposed to do as men for ourselves and for our families, like it could be the detriment for everything, for ourselves, for our family, our spirit, our finances, our physical, mental, every aspect. And Big Rooster show, yeah, he said we have to learn to love again, which is so true. But before we even learn to love again, we have to learn to love ourselves, because how can you love someone else if you can't even love yourself? It starts with yourself first. Getting your mind right, your body right, your spirit right, really working on yourself and taking the time to get to know who you are. And I believe sometimes the reason why as black men we fear, even men in general, fear, trying to find themselves is because it's uncomfortable in the beginning. I'm speaking from personal experience. You know, a lot of us as men, especially as black men, I'm sorry to say this, but we struggle with humility. As much as we love to talk about how black women struggle with it, as black men, we struggle with humility. And that is something I struggled with in the beginning, when I was in the time where I was really working on myself and sitting in the room in the dark. And the thing is, when you're in the darkness, when you're by yourself, your your past creeps up on you from certain decisions, things that you said, regrets, and they come to haunt you. And sometimes it's not that they're trying to haunt you, but it's for you to face them and deal with them. And what we need to understand is that as black men, humility is the doorway to improvement, to growth. If you do not have humility, you will never grow. I'll give you a perfect example. Let's say you want to learn a new language. Humility will tell you, I don't know how to speak this language, so I'm going to learn and teach myself and be a student. But you see, if you don't have humility, you're going to walk in like you know everything. But a wise man knows he knows nothing at all. That's why you read, you study. Humility doesn't mean you're a bitch made. Humility doesn't mean you're a footstool. Humility means there's always room for improvement. When you have humility, if you want to go to the gym, when you have humility, you don't know how to do everything. You're not going to go in there and start ego lifting. Humility means you're going to pick up the smallest weight, the weight that you can carry, and work on the form properly. So over time, you get better and you get better. As black men, we need to stop running from humility, and we need to really work on ourselves and find ourselves and build ourselves so that we can go out and help others and lead others.
Yeah. Yeah, humility. Let me read. Let me read as we continue. I think most people do love themselves, but they love themselves too much. They can't see love another. It's a me world.
That's
Yeah,
true. Yeah, I see that. Yeah,
that's very, very true. Yeah,
that
very true.
narcissistic. Yeah, that's true. That narcissistic type. That's yeah. I can agree with that. I can agree with that wholeheartedly. I
That's
can agree
good.
with that wholeheartedly.
Yeah, but get back to what I'm saying. That let me make this announcement. Let me make this. Welcome to my secondary channel, number one grinder real talk. It's yours truly, the number one grinder. This is another the underrated men's talk. We has talking about the ruling of politics, and it's time for us as men to talk about this. And shout out again to Brother She Stay Sleep. And I did talk about what happened to me in 1990. I'm not gonna repeat it again. Y'all just had to catch it on the rewind. Y'all just had to. I'm not. Don't ask me to repeat it. Don't ask me to do that, cause I'm not. You just have to catch it on the rewind. And it's easy to say that when you need to step up. Nah, we ain't talking about the women today. We not going to do that. We're going to talk about us as men. We have to make better choices. We have to. If there's a woman that is not about your vision, it's not about having a family. That's the one you don't procreate with. You don't procreate. That means we got to do better choices. People say you got to be better educated. And I don't agree. I disagree with that. We need to be better choices. And we got to be around people that are willing that's going to give us the counsel too. And I feel that, and I think that is very important. Brother Polo, I want you to get into this conversation. Go ahead, brother LCN,
I would just
please.
try to say to really say what you're saying. Another thing that kind of plays a role is also porn. And the reason why I speak on that is like personally for me speaking as a person who was struggling with porn at the age of 12, like so for 9 years or so, like porn kind of plays another reason to why sometimes as men we choose the wrong women. We always want to talk about how women choose the wrong men, but a lot of us we choose the wrong women because of our conditioning to porn. You know what I'm saying? Our mindset is like we've all said it before. A chick got a fat ass and a pretty face. Well, we say, oh man, she's wifey material, and not knowing that just because something looks good doesn't mean it's good for you. And that chick with the fat ass and the pretty face, she's now your worst nightmare. You can't sleep at night. She's destroying your life. And now you're saying, oh man, these bitches ain't shit. Nah, bro, it's not that bitches ain't shit. It's just that the woman that you chose ain't shit. And you were looking at it from a carnal standpoint. You know what I'm saying? Like, you weren't trying to figure out what type of woman she was. But because she got a fat ass and a pretty face, you just automatically believe that, she's wifey material. So that kind of plays another role to why, sometimes we making shitty decisions. Like we have to choose better women sometimes. We can't make just because she got some pretty looks, we make us fall, because the Bible even speaks of it. Give not thy strength unto women, for they are the destroyeth of kings, or something like that. So, you have to have a logical mindset when you're doing things and really hold yourself accountable. You have to really, have serious self autonomy. You have to understand that you're in control of your life, because men love to talk about how, women need to submit to men, and how men are the leaders. But check this out, bro. A leader leads by example. How do you expect a woman to trust you to lead her when you can't even lead yourself?
Right.
Everything starts with you.
Mm.
Everything starts with you. We're gonna let's even bring it to the Bible for a second with Adam and Eve. Yes, Eve was wrong, but check this out. Adam's at fault too. Why would Adam go follow his wife? Adam was told by God not to eat the fruit. He could have easily slapped the fruit out of Eve's hand, or even ask her, Eve, where did you get the fruit? But he followed his wife. And then when God asked him what happened, he turned around and blamed his wife. That's how it goes. You're a leader. Leaders lead by example. There's a bigger responsibility on you than there is for women. Look what's going on. Look at the whole Johnny Depp and Amber Heard situation. Look how Amber Heard made up a lie about what Johnny Depp did to her. And look how quick he was losing everything. But the moment it finds out that Amber Heard was the one who's doing the abusing, now everything is taking so long. They have to run by the courts. What does that tell you? Deep down, women, a lot of the time, women can get away with everything, and as a man, you can't. So at the same time, you as a man, morals are everything. Discipline is everything, especially as a black man. We don't have, and I'm not even trying to make this a racing, because this happens to all men of all races. But as a black man, we don't have the same luxuries as some of the white men do. White men have the three strikes and you're out. Black men get the one and done. So we have to move as if we have some sense. We can't be out here using our dick as our thinking caps. And that's one of the problems. A lot of these quote unquote red pill channels, they keep telling young men pump and dump, smash and dash, not realizing that you're opening yourself up for nonsense, for baby mama drama, for STDs, for false Me Too allegations. Like there's just so many negative things that come with that. I even said it before. Like I said in the chat, was like the holy trinity of masculinity is discipline, accountability, and responsibility. If you don't have those things, then you can't call yourself a man. So you really have to start thinking with your big head and not your little head, because your big head will keep you out of trouble. Your little head will get you into things you can't do. And there's a saying. It's like you want to live in a way as a man of prevention is better than cure. When you can avoid certain things, you won't have to come up with a solution for the problems that you've created. So you really have to view it like that.
Gotcha. Yeah, brother Polo, are you there?
Yeah, what's going down, man? I'm just letting y'all get it out, man.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Drop your degrees, please.
Nah, man. Very well said on both ends. I think the one thing that we got to understand about our society in general, especially as black men, is the fact that we spend that energy that we spend destroying each other. We could spend that energy actually being successful. However, there's a conundrum with that, because when you do, or actually I should say a conflict, or actually I should say, there's going to be not a common ground when that happens. Because listen, when you have a guy, like let's say you have a guy, let's say LCN goes out and he develops a business, just like what he was talking about. What are you going to do with your life? Where do you see yourself in the next 10 to 15 years? Or what legacy are you going to build? This, that, and the third. And let's say LCN wants to go out and he wants to go create something, and he's sharing his story. Well, it's sad that our own people, like our own melanated people, they spend more time destroying our idea or our ideal or what we bring to the table, like JT says about building and stuff, instead of actually coming together and actually trying to help that brother, or supporting a black business, or even supporting somebody that's actually doing something. If he was to start a business or start something that was prominent, but we're looking for the now, we're looking for the short term, we're looking for, in the hood hood language, it'd be fast money, or what's it going to benefit me real fast, or get rich quick, or something like that. And if it don't come quick, fast, in a hurry for us, then guess what? Then we're we're quick to turn our backs on it. And that's the same way that we treat each other. If if we're not doing something that benefits another person in terms of their needs, or really their wants, really, then guess what? We're quick to destroy that. So if LCN, if he has a business, right, and he's selling something such as stuff that's going to benefit your body, like soaps that are beneficial for your body instead of that are going to cause you cancers down the line, or he's going to sell you nutrition for your body and stuff, as opposed to buying some of these stuff in the store that they're marketing to go ahead and kill our people, or he's putting something on the market that's actually going to benefit not only us but also your children as well, or whatever. And you like, man, nah, you know what? I'm not supporting LCN, you man. And then guess what? The word of mouth becomes negative, and guess what? Nobody goes to LCN because you don't sat there and you destroyed that man. And that's what you have a lot of going on. It's funny you mentioned porn, right? Well, hey, that's what's being marketed right now. What do you see? What you see right now all the time? Grinder and LCN. Every time you turn on IG, Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, even YouTube. You know what I'm saying? It's not catered to sex, and guess who's getting a hold of it? It's not just the adults; it's the kids. Now, I know a lot of people. They sit here and they say, "Man, yeah, man, family, that's hard to do." Man, it's really what you make of it, and really, it's harder to be single than it is to have a family, really, because of the temptations that you have, because you could do so much and everything. Actually, when you have a family, and when you have a wife and everything, yeah, it keeps somewhat sort of a sanity, but there's also stress involved. But also when you're alone, it could be much more harder, because it's like, man, you looking at that guy's family, he's like, man, why can't that be me? That guy could become, that admiration that guy has for that guy's family, it could turn into rage, it could turn into jealousy, it could turn into hate, it could turn into evil. And that's what happens, especially in our community and stuff. Or that guy might have been in the military or whatnot, and he fell down hard because he came back from war or whatnot, and now he's on drugs and everything, and he can't get a job or whatever. He turned to liquor, he turned to pills or something like that, and next thing he's in a bad place. When he used to have a family, he used to have kids, he used to have a business, used to have that stuff, and now all of that stuff is turned into rage, and that's why you got so many killings and stuff like that that's happening. Uh, but as far as the porn thing, man, addiction comes into all forms. Man, look, all I say is, get you an anti drug if you're addicted to something. You know what I'm saying? What I'm addicted to is hard work. You know what I'm saying? What I'm addicted to is proving motherfuckers wrong. What I'm addicted to is, if you tell me that I can't do nothing, if you're gonna ignore me, or if you're gonna say this about me or something like, well, man, I'm not messing with Polo, or I'm not doing this or anything like that. Well, hey, that's all right, because that just makes me work even more harder. You should always soak into a sponge of what people uh, are telling you, and take it as constructive criticism, as opposed to taking it to destructive criticism. A lot of people, they get on online and they get on all these social media websites and stuff like that or whatever. Oh, well, why is he talking about me? Or why are they trolling me? And da, da, da. Well, you could do the simple thing and just get off that motherfucker. But you put yourself in in harm's way by doing that. You make your bed and you lie in it. As far as abortion and everything like that, hey, I don't believe in it, and that's my belief. However, there are people out here that have a different belief. They have a different way of looking at things. But I know that my mentality grinder and my mentality LCN and what I was taught and how I was raised and where I came from and my product of my environment is that if you nut in it, you take care of it. You know what I'm saying? And if you're not gonna take care of it, then you know what I'm saying. You do what's best to be there, financially, whatever that you can or whatever. But yeah, that's not even in my question or whatever. And I'm not gonna even touch on that subject because it is really sensitive. But yeah, both points are very well taken. But we got to stop destroying each other.
All right, that's good. That's good. But I'm trying to see if some other brothers, some other men that wants to join this and stuff like that. But I feel that this is necessary to talk about it because it's going to take time, brothers. That men that we gotta. They even men out there take care of somebody else's kids, some others. So where those men at? And we got to, when y'all gonna step up, when you gonna put your selfish on the side for the child. I don't had, I don't get along with the kid's mother. All right, you don't get along with them, but you can coexist, right? So, okay, things happen. Okay. When it's time that, okay, I'm gonna be fighting for the kid. Yeah, I know about the system. Yeah, yeah, I get the know. Yeah, I get the system. And I know there are some brothers that they don't want to have no sympathy, for pay child support. Yeah, I get that with everything, but there are also the injustices of it too that it's still happening. And I still say there are some brothers. There are some brothers we have to acknowledge that too and stuff like that. But at the same time, brother, we we got to get our kids, man. We got to get our kids. We got to get our kids
I
because
mean, I I put
nah,
it I put to you like this, Grinded. Like you touched on something that was very key, man. When you were saying how we got to choose the woman right that we procreate with, and that's facts. Like LCN had alluded to, everything that looks all great and fine, man, that could be the worst mistake of your life that you dipping into or whatever. I mean, the power of lust, they overtake that for love, man. But a lot of these women, man, Grinder, you talk about, stepfathers and stuff like that. Man, a lot of these women will force a kid on the man that's not even their kids or whatnot. And I think that's really unfair. You have a lot of women that do that, and you got to watch out for those type of women.
yeah, yeah, I get what you're saying. I get it. I get it. And then even like the stepfathers, we got to show them some love too, because they didn't have to do it. There are even some that they did a marvelous job, and kids go to them. You ain't my father, but those are the ones that have been there for them for a long time too. But it's good and everything. But I want to stick to the subject. I really want to stick to the subject. I'm not gonna be here. We ain't gonna be here that long to see like how men. They probably got caught up to do some things, and I don't want to be here that long. But I want to thank y'all. Come up and drop your degrees and stuff. I'm just saying that men, we gotta do a better job to take care of our kids, and even the ones who do not have kids, you can make a difference. Don't listen to these fools. Don't listen to these fools in this space. Don't listen to them. You can still make a difference. You can still make a difference. Don't say it. Don't let it talk you out of it. You still can make a difference. You know, um, of any man in this space that's not willing to be part of these conversations. I'm talking about, I ain't talking about the ones that, that want to come, but some business. I'm not talking about y'all. I'm talking about the ones that keep on talking. If you're not willing for the betterment of yourself, this is not the platform for you. Really ain't. It's not, because over here, as us men, yeah, we empower men, we do that, but we also always advocate for families. That's part of our DNA. Advocate for families. That's never going to stop. I always want to push that. Even though I live by myself. And that's how it is. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna ask Brother Polo. I want you, after you make your last remarks, I want you to stay right there. Brother Elsie, and I want you to make your last remarks. Then I'll make my last remarks. Then we're gonna close this out.
Oh man.
Who wants to go first? Me go
No,
first?
no, Brother Polo go first.
Oh, okay. Man, I was like, dang, we already ended. Okay. Um, well, I mean, look, we all got, well, the vast majority of us, we have common sense, but we choose not to use it. Okay. And common sense, common knowledge, the same thing. And like you said, man, we do have to be about building, and if you're gonna be out here, you have to what's gonna be your story. Like LCN, I can't help but to keep touching on it. What he was talking about legacy. What is gonna be your story? What are you doing to get better? You know, this is my last thing that I'll say to people. Right? Treat everything like a business. Okay, I've already said that in Polo Motivation before. Treat everything like a business. Think about it. Why do you think Walmart is one of the better, Walmart and Amazon are one of the best companies in the entire world? Because it's like what y'all brothers were just saying. What are you doing to get better? They're thinking not only just ahead for tomorrow. They're thinking like chess. They're thinking like several steps ahead of the next man. Well, that's how you have to think in terms, especially when you have a family. Your margin for error is very extremely slim, and the mistakes that you cannot make any costly mistakes, and you can't take any unnecessary risk. So I would say to you, and that's what a business does. Even though there is risk taking involved, you have to treat everything like a business. I mean, your family, the way that you first and foremost your health. Okay, you have to make sure that your health is right, making sure that you making sure that you have financial stability. Okay, and also, for if you do have a family, have financial stability for your family too as well. And just having all of your ducks in a row, and you have to treat it like a business. I heard some noise in the background, but yeah, that's what I say. And those are my closing remarks.
Okay, thank you. Stay right there. Brother LC, and last remarks, please.
Well, yo, brother Polo said it's facts. Like that's absolutely true. You have to treat everything you do like a business, and because you have to take your life seriously. That's like person. Like you really said a lot of things. Like there's not even much for me to say really. Like you put that in the head. I'm just gonna really uh, bounce off of what he was saying about treating everything like a business. That's absolutely true. You have to treat your health. You are a business. You know what I'm saying? And your body is a business, and your organs is your employees. And if the employees are not doing what the business needs to do, the employees get fired and the business fails, aka you die and your organs die and a new company is born, a new baby is born. So you have to take care of your body, you have to take care of your mind, you have to take care of your spirit, getting right with God, meditating, praying, doing your stretches, um eating healthy, being careful of what you listen to, what you watch, you know um frequencies, the music that you're listening to that influences your mind, who you talk to, because you need to understand that you're more than just your body, you're a spiritual being, and you soak these things up. And you have to be disciplined, you have to be focused, you have to, nothing wrong with having fun and loving what you do, but still have a seriousness to it. You have to view your life like a video game, except in this video game you only have one life, and when this life is over, it's over. And you know what I mean? So just really focus. Don't view this as a way to make yourself feel bad. No, view this as a way to look at yourself in the mirror and say, okay, let me figure my shit out. There's and it's for all the young guys as well. At my age, 21, you know what I'm saying? Don't view this as a way to make yourself feel bad. View this as a way to say, okay, let me figure shit out. Let me figure out what I want out of life. Because you guys are destined for greatness. This is for the younger black men, the older black men. You guys are destined for greatness. And don't make anyone tell you otherwise. You know what I'm saying? Have fun, put God first, but take your life seriously. Take your life seriously, because every decision that you make and every step you take decides where your future goes. Accept the mistakes that you made, accept the things that you have done, accept the things that you've said. Like the Bible says, cast down thy imagination, put those behind you. You are a new man, and you're on the renewal, and you're on a journey of a renewal of one's mind. So when you get on that, become something greater, become better, and just dominate the world. You're supposed to be disciplined, have accountability, have responsibility, and have a strong sense of self autonomy. And trust me, the world is yours. So that's what I have to say.
Yeah. I want you to stay right there. Oh, don't Paul, he's a family man, so I understand. So I want you to stay right there, brother else. And also on this man, when we do men's panels, we are gonna talk, we still gonna talk about injustices too. But what also we have to learn too, and goes no matter if we older or we younger too, we gotta learn from the injustices also to build. Don't let it be a same way for excuse. Now, as a black man, we gonna get discriminated. Yes, things gonna happen. Yes, but let's be more vigilant to make it better instead of staying in the rut for years and just give up. You fight, you fight, you fight. And again, I'm not trying to act like I'm a saint because I know I'm not. I'm not a saint at all. I'm not. But as me, hopefully God's willing, I live to see 56 on June 4th. That's just a few feet. Man, ooh, man, it's a month away. Come find out. A month away, I'll be 56. And I could tell you that I had learned throughout the years um, to fight, to be there, to hold men accountable. And I'm still gonna hold men accountable. We're still gonna have fun too. Let's get back having fun too. That's also missing too. But the Supreme Court ruling and just the Congress ruling. Now there's some people said the state should make a decision, and let's understand though too that us as men, it's going to affect us too. That society is not going to want to talk about it. And let me explain this to you too. Let me explain this to the family too. There are some people, there are some women that are advocating for men's rights. You'd be surprised. And these are the ones they're trying to shut up too. So we have to understand that too. So, men, let's keep on engaging. Let's understand that we still got to fight. To never see another day. Do not let this system swallow you up. And stop chasing the panties. I'm talking about men and women. Stop chasing the panties. Stop chasing panties. I just want to let you know the brothers that are doing the work, that don't have kids, and the ones have kids. Y'all keep on doing. You keep on doing. Keep on doing. So on behalf of my channel, the number one grinder, real talk. Y'all sure the number one grinder. One of the best kept secrets on YouTube. I might come back later on to do an evening. I want you, brother LCN. I hope that you're around. We could be here. So the evening talk, that's men and women could join that. So women, I want you to engage too. If I feel like doing it tonight. I appreciate it, Big Rooster. Great to have you here. Great to have you. Glad that you could have been anywhere, but you came, and I greatly appreciate it. I don't take none of y'all for granted. I don't take none of y'all for granted. You could have been somewhere else, but you came here. Thank you so much, and hopefully, Big Rooster, hope you're gonna be part of these underrated men's talks. Also, I do have a men. I do men's talk in the morning. The underrated men's breakfast fellowship live also is for men. Want you to engage in that too. Okay. Okay. Engage in that too. I also had morning talks, afternoon talks, evening talks, even late night talks. That's for men and women to get on the panel. Now, we said that we all have families. You gotta engage. I'm not saying you can come on every time, no. You gotta engage. Because see us as men, we gotta engage. Just strive to be better men, better husbands, better fathers, better uncles, better cousins, better nephews, better brothers. Very important. And the ones, not talking about the other men, and the ones that either man did not want to reciprocate that, those are ones we don't be around them. Those are ones that we got to cast aside. Simple step. So thank y'all on behalf of my secondary channel, the number one grinder, real talk. This is your truth, the number one grinder. This is the last of another underrated men's talk. Thank you, brother Polo, for joining. Thank you for brother LC, and I want to thank everybody's in the chat, even the women that show up in the chat. Thanks for supporting this. Thanks for supporting this. And maybe you might see me later on, maybe. But if it is, it's gonna be evening talk, the underrated evening talk. Now, also again, that is ladies and gentlemen. All right. So thank y'all. Appreciate y'all. Good evening. This one is Ghost. Peace.